Mics are dead. Hopefully I can talk loud enough that I get through. If not, shit, man, we tried. Headed to the gym. Gonna do some upper body today. But what I really want to focus on during this little chat is biggest lessons learned from a weight loss perspective. Been doing it since January 1st. We're down 30 pounds. That's pretty solid. I think we could be down more. I mean, definitely, you know. But without losing any muscle and like continually building, I'm pretty damn happy with where we're at, especially losing that 30 pounds along the way regardless. So I just want to talk about some of the biggest things that I've learned throughout. So what did I learn? The biggest thing, I guess, is that you don't have to be perfect and you don't have to be crazy strict, which is surprising for sure, because I feel like a lot of dudes who are like looking to shred down and everything, I feel like just go balls to the wall from the very start, like rice, chicken, nothing else, all 3 meals, 500 calorie deficit, 1,000 calorie deficit, and then they end up getting burnt out, right? So my whole goal with this was to not get burnt out, and never did I feel truly burnt out. I guess more than anything I felt a little like bored with it is the best way I could probably put it. So it was less about feeling genuinely burnt out, like, man, I can't believe I'm gonna have chicken again. Like, it's about adding the variety in there, you know, to survive and keep things interesting. So the biggest thing for me was having a breakfast. Originally, I thought that having a pretty good, pretty hefty breakfast, like 500 to 800 calories, depending where I was in the journey, 500 to 800 calories, and a good, perfect mix of high carb, high protein for said breakfast. But what I ended up finding out is that if I can have almost a protein-only breakfast, we're talking like eggs, sausage, bacon, like if you like ham, things like that, you know, whatever you can have in the morning that truly reduces. You can have a little more fat during your breakfast, I think, but truly reducing your carbs in the morning was a big thing for me. Gave me a lot more energy, and like I didn't have the same sort of crash that I would have if I had that like heftier breakfast. The only time I think that it might be worthwhile to go a little heftier on the breakfast and have more carbs is if you're planning on hitting the gym pretty early on, like post breakfast, getting in that pre-workout meal. I think that's kind of where you would want to do it. Otherwise though, like if you're someone who doesn't work out till afternoon or evening, I don't think it's worth it. But what I mean by like not having to be perfect, not having to be super strict, like yes, set up your calorie deficit, 200, 250, build up to that 500, because your body's going to adapt. And if you're already going from like being docile and not doing anything to going out and walking during the day, getting in like 6,000, 8,000 steps, or if you're doing your incline walks, or if you're biking, stationary bike, whatever it might be, if you're going literally from doing nothing to that, like those are calories you're taking out. So your body, you're gonna lose weight because you're adding in that activity. There's no true sense in adding in some crazy calorie deficit right off the bat, because our body does metabolic adaptations, not like quick, but it'll happen. So leaning into it and continuing your deficit as you go down, which is a must, will help you in the long run, you know? So start out small, don't go crazy with it, especially if you're adding in activity of any kind, because that adds to your deficit, you know? It's not about just what you eat, it's about what you burn. But you can't outwork a bad diet, we all know that. And then on top of that, I'm gonna show you today how you can eat a little willy-nilly, a little more free than you would for what I think most people consider like a diet. And as long as for 6 days, and I've done this throughout except for one period of time, and that is the most recent period where I was almost stagnant for like a month and a half. That's where I try to go strict throughout, and you end up cheating little bits and pieces throughout. So if you could get 6 days, even I'd say 5, at the very freaking least, 5 days, hit what you're supposed to hit. If it's 1,500 calories, 1,500 calories. If it's 180 grams of protein, 180 grams of protein. Like, you have to hit it. Try extremely freaking hard. And then, don't go balls to the wall, don't go freaking off the rails. But on a Saturday or a Friday, if you hang out with people, if you go out to eat, whatever it might be, like, fast that day, and then enjoy that big, huge meal. That's gonna be freaking dope. Hang out with everybody. Enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? It ends up evening out. I promise, because I've done it this entire time. when I did try and be super freaking strict with it, like I said, I ended up dabbling. I ended up snacking more. I was like, dang, like, this is a lot. But today, I'm going to go a little bit overboard. Not crazy. I'm planning on meeting some people, planning on hanging out. We're going to go watch some music, hang out. So, why not, you know? And with that being said, I have continued to lose weight. And I'll continue to lose weight, even after this week. Watch my videos, a few after this. Promise you. We'll have another weigh-in, and I will be down another pound or two again. Because there is something about having that little bit of leniency, that little bit of, like, freedom in your diet that helps you feel like you're not dieting. Like, yeah, I have my chicken and everything, and it fits, and it's, like, different, you know? I'm not getting McDonald's and Wendy's and Taco Bell, like, multiple nights a week, not even. I literally, last time I had fast food, I can't remember. It's pretty rare. But my point here is that, sure, I don't eat out as much and things like that, but I'm making something new and different. And that brings me to my next point. How do you keep variety going? We'll talk about that in just a minute.
All right, I'll be 100% honest. I filmed this entire workout as a short. I wanted to kind of throw this out really quick and easy, but I do want to give you guys some insight into this and like tell you what I'm kind of thinking and the whole breakdown of this workout, because I really enjoyed it, and it's cable only. So cable only, full upper body workout. I think this would be something you could do if your like hotel has a gym, or maybe your apartment has a gym and all you really have is those big cable machines. Like, this is an opportunity for you to get a full workout in for your upper body. Super simple, super easy. So what I'm doing here at the start is I'm supersetting each of these. So you'll see moves paired together essentially. You'll see one move be like back, and then I'll move to chest. I'm doing those back to back sequentially. So you'll notice like the bench is in the same place, or I'm using the same side of the cable, whatever it might be. But yeah, so it's going back to back, reducing the amount of time that I have to rest, keeping the calories up and helping you burn more calories while you're in the workout. So that's the whole goal every time I'm in the gym, is to like really try and boost up the calories, hit at least 300, if I can 400 or more. Starting out, we're doing these rows here, bracing up against the bench. This is just helping and allowing that full stretch, really allowing the arms to drift all the way over there, getting the shoulders moved in, rounded. Hopefully you can see that with that back view on the right there. These were awesome. Never done these before, and I really like them just because, like I said, that stretch and allowing yourself to be braced like allows you to exert extra force, really get in there. All right, next up, same idea, just flipping it around. Now we're doing chest here. Incline bench essentially with cables. You could see on the front, I'm really trying to get there. You can see me touching the sides of the pecs on the side there, just really focusing on stretch here. Big thing I've been focusing on a lot recently, and it's really helped me seriously feel it burn while hitting these workouts recently. Awesome move again. Not my favorite. I actually enjoy the standing variation more. I don't know what it is. Something about standing and doing it, it really hits a lot better for me personally. All right, next up, we got curls again on the bench, allowing the arms to drift back, getting a really nice stretch on the bicep by having that right there. Biggest thing here that I'm thinking about constantly and focusing on is keeping that elbow kind of in space, not moving that elbow, not allowing it to drift as I pull forward, keeping that stretch going the whole time, and then just coming in right here. Or another way to think about it is maybe the shoulder angle. That's my biggest focus here. The stretch happens on its own. You're all the way back here, you're getting that stretch no matter what. One of my absolute favorites. Again, love the standing variation of this, but allows you to toss on a little bit more weight, being able to brace. And of course the classic tricep pushdowns. Gotta love this one with the rope variation. Allows you to take it past that extra range of motion. I like to pull it back and really focus on squeezing the hell out of my triceps. Awesome way. I think I could use a little bit more strict of form with my body, keeping it kind of in place. But as you start to, get the reps out, you really need to almost force those reps out and get a few more going. All right, so that was the first full round. I did 2 sets of each. That's why I have the 2 shots of each. So we're doing 2 sets chest, 2 sets back. Boom, 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 boom. Then moving to arms, bicep, tricep, bicep, tricep. Now we're gonna do it all over again one more time, and that was the full workout. So new moves, but same idea. Supersetting, keeping the calories burning, really getting after it. All right, here we have the standing variation that I was talking about, but this is decline in this case, so we're doing decline bench press. Biggest thing I like to try and focus on is really keeping the chest open. So that's something I have to remind myself, because as you start to fatigue, you want to kind of lean forward and help your body press into it but every now and again you might see me adjust and reposition the chest nice and open. That just helps me fill the stretch. And man, I'm telling you, being able to cross over right there or even just press them in like this, the contraction I feel on my chest, insane. One of the newer moves I have added in, crossover cable pull down for lats. Great stretch right here. You can see it perfectly, I think, from that back camera angle. Seeing it stretch out, seeing the crossing over genuinely happening. Being able to pull that arm up and over. We don't typically get that when we're doing lat pull downs. Typically we only get to here, so allowing the arm to drift over there and really pull in, man, this has been one of the best exercises I have. Like, this really exhausts out my back. The only other thing that helps with this even more is doing rows in this sort of fashion as well. But both of them, immaculate. Never felt my back as much as I feel it recently. Alright, and again, to one of my newer moves that I enjoy a lot. This is for biceps. I saw this from Eric Janicki. Honestly, I've seen a few of these from Eric Janicki. He's been helping me a bunch with coming up with new ideas, trying new things. And I love this workout, man. I love this workout. I think it has helped me genuinely put on some pretty good size for my biceps recently. And I've just started it, you know? This is like my 4th or 5th time doing this. So I've only been doing that for like a month. And I love it. I feel my biceps so much. If I save this for the end, it feels like my biceps are gonna pop sometimes. I don't know what it is about the orientation of this. One of my absolute new favorites. Last but not least, finishing off the tries. Again, this is to focus in on this bigger head right here. The one we don't typically have. Everyone, I feel like, has some development on this head. But getting that longer, bigger head that gives your arm genuine size. This is the perfect move for it. Heard plenty of bodybuilders and Olympians talking about this. I love it. It's a very hard move. A lot of times I'm only doing 10 or 15 pounds on this. Definitely hard. Biggest thing I'm thinking of again is pulling all the way past the motion. Really locking in right there. Getting peak contraction on the tries. That's my biggest focus, and it feels insane when you get all the way back there. Like, it feels like you're just balling it up. Super, super contraction. I love it. One of my other new favorites. I saved shoulders for last. I did 2 moves here to end off shoulders. I just kind of went until I couldn't go anymore with the shoulders. You can mix it in if you want to, or you can save it for the very end. Completely up to you. I like keeping shoulders till the end sometimes. It just kind of depends what I'm working on, but in this case, kept it till the end. Right here, another Janicki movement. Using handles, putting it through though, so I can use it just like that. Biggest thing here that I noticed is the balls on the cables hit each other. You'll see me get stuck a few times right there, and I had to unlink and cross over. This helps get the stretch going on both of your shoulders at the same time, and then pulling up and out. The laying down positioning helps you to not utilize as many auxiliary helping the muscles while you're doing this. So definitely a cool exercise. I think what I would do in the future is just kind of grab the cables and do it myself, so I can cross over a lot easier without causing that touching there and getting stuck. But decent movement. I liked it. I'd like to try it again with that. I think it would help. And last but not least, the absolute freaking classic. We're doing just laterals here with the cables. And you can see stretching way past. We're not just stopping right here like we would with free weights. We're getting that additional pulling here, which is elongating the deltoid. And then we're pulling up out of it, getting that crazy contraction going yet again. One of my favorites always. I love this move big time. One thing you could see me do here is kind of readjust, because sometimes the cable's running into you. I've seen people that go both in front and behind depending on what head of the deltoid you want to work out. I typically like doing them like this, but allowing that cable to drift in front of you, sometimes it's just about taking that slightest little step back. Fantastic move. Honestly, great workout. It was quick, it was fast, blazing fast. I'll put up a screenshot of the calories I burned. I don't remember at all. I'll be 100% honest. Don't remember at all, but it was great because it was just quick, rapid fire, boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, you're done with a quick workout. You've worked your entire upper body, and you feel damn good. All right, let's get back to it.
So when it comes to adding variety into your diet, into what you're eating, but keeping it simple enough. For breakfast, I think you could go oatmeal with a side of eggs or sausage or bacon, like I was saying, or an omelet of some kind even. I think that could work in your favor pretty easily. If you don't like breakfast, don't eat breakfast, skip it, I tend to do 2 meals a day. That's just the way I've done it, and it's worked. So I'm pretty happy with it. So I just do 2 meals a day, and that works fine, You get plenty out of it, and it helps you stay in a deficit a lot easier if you're not eating multiple meals throughout the day. Like if you're just not hungry, I mean, don't eat. You're fine. The biggest thing after that, like if you're not hungry to the point where you're not even getting your protein in, there's your problem. I'd say throw in some protein shakes to get that protein on the up and up, but I digress. The way to, add variety while keeping some level of simplicity, the best thing I could say is get your protein source, whether that be a fish or a meat, and then add some veggie to it. Doesn't have to be a starch. It could be a starch if you're low on your carbs and you got to get those carbs up. Hey, perfect way to do it. You know what I mean? Literally, think about it this way. You could do ground turkey in a lettuce boat. Top it with some peppers, some onions, something like that. You know what I mean? There's your protein. There's your veggies. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's take it another way. Chicken breast, the iconic chicken breast. All you got to do, pick out your spices. You can keep it nice and simple if you want to. Salt, pepper it, grill it up on the actual grill or on the, oh my God, this freaking truck, dude. Grill it up on the actual grill or, pan fry it, whatever it is, doesn't matter. But you can marinate it, you can create a sauce for it, you can season it differently, and that'll add different layers of how it is. The other thing you could do is slow cooker. Slow cooker, toss it in the morning, super quick, easy, forget about it all day long, boom, dinner's ready. Next thing you know what I mean? Make a stew, add some potatoes in there, add some carrots, celery, whatever. Otherwise, make your grilled up chicken, add some asparagus, add some rice, whatever. The biggest thing is changing that protein source. Steak bites. Go steak bites on a little kebab with some peppers. That's it. It's that easy. Different freaking protein source, different veggie. Because the veggies are going to help fill you up, and they have all the nutrients, the micronutrients that your body needs, that your body craves to keep you well balanced and everything. So, meat source, or not meat source, it doesn't have to be a meat. Protein source, could be fish. Let's go another fish one. Fish. Let's say you go cod, and then you have a little side salad. Boom! You know what I mean? Just get the pre-made mix. Get yourself a few croutons, some no-fat cheese. So yeah, all I'm trying to say, protein source, veggie, or carb. You don't always gotta have veggies. You could go potatoes and steak. Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. Sweet potato and steak? Sure. Steak and a pasta little salad thingy? Sure. But that's my whole point. You don't have to think of these crazy frickin' things every single night just to get yourself to eat, you know what I mean? So if you can grill up quick in the pan, I think that's probably the quickest way. If you have an air fryer, I think that's a good way. Or you could roast a lot of things, you know what I mean? Just roast some chicken breast, throw some potatoes on a separate little pan, boom, good to go. Or veggies, you could absolutely throw those in the oven. I'm using a lot of words to say something very simple, and what I'm trying to say is decide on your protein source. Fish, steak, beef, like ground beef, ground turkey, turkey breast, chicken breast. Either slow cook it, put it in the oven, or pan fry it, or if you have a grill, grill it, and then pick a veggie or a carb, like a starch, anything like that, and have that be your dinner. For your protein, you could either season it differently, make a different kind of sauce, marinate it, boom, you're set. You're set. You don't gotta overthink this. It does not have to be chicken rice, chicken rice, chicken rice, chicken rice, chicken rice. But you could eat chicken every single day of the week and make it taste completely different. And that's the cool part, the variety. Variety is the spice of life. You've heard it before. Variety is the spice of life. So you want to make sure that you are creating a variety in your diet to keep you going. And that's what keeps me alive. Because I am by no means having just chicken and rice every single day. Not even freaking close. The final thing I'll talk about today is hobbies. And by hobbies, I mean active hobbies of any kind. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy. For me, I enjoy golf. Whether that be mini golf, virtual golf, top golf, real golf, doesn't matter. I like golf. I also like basketball. I also like bowling. What I'm trying to say is enjoy that time out. Go out with people, go out with friends, go bowling, go play mini golf. Whatever it is, you're up, you're moving. And guess what? You're not even thinking about it because you're out there having fun with everybody, but you're burning calories. That is one of the craziest things I think that I have truly come to realize is that if I schedule a game of golf, 9 holes, 18 holes, whatever it is, if I schedule that every single week, I burn a shitload of calories while I'm out there. I don't do it every week. I should. I don't. But if I did, I bet you would see me, honestly, having to eat more because I'm burning so many calories. So that's how far it takes you. Or if you like hiking, or if you like walking, like, find a friend, walk around the park, or go walk around your damn self. Damn it. Enjoy the outdoors, see some nature. Watch the sunset. Watch the sunrise. Go hiking. Just get out there. Enjoy yourself. Because you're burning calories without even thinking about it. And that's going to put you in a bigger deficit. And that is weight loss. That's weight loss right there. Try and hit your goals, calories and protein. Calories, protein. Try and hit that at the very freaking least 5 days a week. 6, I think you're golden. With one day, one evening, whatever, that you not go off the rails, but that you enjoy yourself. Go out and eat. I'm going to go out and eat later today. And I'm going to be fine. I will prove it to you. Check out a few videos from now when we have another weigh-in and I lost more weight. Or if you don't want to and you want to get the hell out of here, feel free, but understand I've been doing this the whole time and I'm down 30 pounds. There is some proof in the pudding. It's real. It exists. There's something that's happening that is making it all possible. All right, let's go.